just around the corner, and you guys gotta go back, huh? Welcome back to my channel. This is part 2 of my back to school series, which this is the second and final installment of this whole section on my channel. So the first video I did was I did 5 tips on how to survive graduate school. This time I'm going to do 7 tips on how to survive college. So like I said in the previous video, graduate school and undergrad were 2 different experiences for me, and I felt like I needed different things to prepare me and in order for me to be successful in each. So I felt like it would be great because school is about to start and there's a lot of people who are starting college for the first time, or there are a lot of people who are going back or whatnot. So I felt like, because I've already graduated, class of 2012 to be exact, with my undergrad, I could kind of give you guys some tips. Now, first, there is a disclaimer. College, number one, is what you make it. I feel like sometimes the kind of school that you go to and the kind of people that you hang out with kind of help or play a big part in your college experience. So that's just an FYI. And everybody's college experience isn't going to be the same. There are certain things that certain people experience that other people don't, but I feel like these are some pretty good general tips to help you guys to be successful and be everything that you could be. So tip number 1, get a planner. I am the kind of person who is a to-do list person. I always was, even in high school, so I felt like with a planner it made it really easy because, first of all, you do kind of have a little bit of a culture shock, and a culture shock meaning mama's not going to be there to wake you up. Mama and a lot of the teachers aren't going to encourage you to do your homework, meaning you have to be very independent in that way. So what better way to be independent than to not forget things? For a planner, for me, it's easier because you have your whole week lined out, like literally right in front of you, and you write everything that you need to do on Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday. Have a meeting here, da-da-da-da. There's going to be so much stuff going on. You're going to have work, you're going to have study groups, you're going to have extracurricular activities, all of that. And you want to make sure that you're getting everything done that you need to. Plus, it's easier because you can see it physically down on paper, which makes it more easier, and then when you get done with something you can just check it, you can highlight stuff, all that kind of stuff. There's a lot of cheap planners and a lot of cute planners that you can get from Walmart or Target, but there are a lot of schools. I know my undergrad that I went to, APSU, where you at, they gave planners away for free, and they're just like school planners with the mascot on the front and like a spiral binder to hold the paper together or whatever, but they give those away for free, so I just use those and it pretty much helped me. I just checked off, I got a new one every year and I checked off everything that I needed to do, and it was really helpful. Tip number 2, take advantage of the free stuff. Now, holy moly, let's be clear, everything in college is not going to be free, but because a lot of the people who run the university and a lot of the clubs and organizations that throw different back to school events and welcome back events and help people move in events or whatever it may be, they're very aware of the fact that college kids, let's just be real, you're not the richest people in the world. I was there, I'm still kind of there, and I understand how you feel. So there's gonna, like my campus for instance, they gave away a lot of free shirts, and when laundry day is here and you need just something to throw on, those free shirts come in handy. There were a lot of times where the campus would host events where they would give free meals, and honestly, college kids love free stuff. I still love free stuff, so take advantage of the free. It doesn't matter what your school is giving it away, as long as it's free, especially if it's t-shirts or food, get on it. Tip number 3, get a meal plan. A lot of people probably are like, oh my gosh, I hate the cafeteria, da 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 da. And I understand. I was one of those people, and yeah, after 2 or 3 years of eating in your school's cafeteria, you're kind of over it. But I know there's several different kinds of meal plans that each university has. There's certain meal plans where you could get a certain amount of meals per week, or you could get 2 meals a day and for however long. If you get the smallest meal plan that you have, which is like maybe getting a couple of meals a week, I feel like it wouldn't hurt, because you know for a fact that you for sure have either one meal a day that you know is going to be cooked and whatever it may be, because a lot of the dorms, they don't really have, depending on where you are, it just depends on what kind of dorm you have, whether it's apartment style or not, da da da, blah blah blah. You're going to, most of them don't have stoves. We were able to have microwaves in our dorms, but sometimes you get a little tired of microwave food and you can't really go home from mama's cooking, so you just settle for the calf because it's kind of home cooking, but not really. Number 4, meet new people. I don't really know what else to say. So I met a ton of people while I was at college. I keep in contact with some of them via social media, but I keep in contact with a lot of them still. It's really, a university setting is a place where you meet people from sometimes across the nation, but also sometimes across the country. I had a friend who had a boyfriend at the time, who had a roommate who was from Spain, and I was like, what? Like, come on. So that was pretty interesting. And then this is also a perfect opportunity for you to meet people who aren't like you or who aren't from the same place that you are. And here you guys are in one place. You meet so many different people from so many different backgrounds, and it's just, when else are you gonna get the opportunity to really just meet new people? I mean, technically you can meet new people when you're not in college, but I guarantee more people are more open to meeting new people while they're at college versus like at the grocery store or something. Number 5, join a club or do some kind of extracurricular activity. Me personally, I was on the dance team at my college, so it wasn't really like a club, it was a spirit squad, but I was on scholarship and it did take a lot of my time. Super fun, and I really enjoyed being busy because it really helped the days go by fast, because I would get homesick a whole lot in undergrad because I didn't really go home. I stayed 3 hours away from the college that I went to, and I didn't get to go home as often because I didn't have a car, so I was really homesick. But being a part of the dance team at my university, I was able to meet a group of wonderful girls, wonderful young ladies, who kind of helped me through my homesickness, really. And plus I love dancing, and plus I was on scholarship, so why not? So I would suggest joining some type of club, because college is really the place where you're really coming into your own. You're really starting to discover the things that you don't like, the things that you do like, whether it's about the world or about some other kind of subculture, genre, or some other kind of subculture of our culture. You're kind of really, you're studying different things, you're learning different things, you're starting to think on your own. So why not voice that opinion? Because I feel like it'll serve you not only while you're in college during your college years, but when you leave college as well. So number 6, have fun on a budget. You don't have to have a lot of money to have fun, trust me, I know. A lot of the times me and my friends would just get a bunch of people together and we'd have a card game, or we'd all like put money together to order a pizza or something like that, because we all were pretty much like on the same income train, if you know what I mean, and none of us were really working. I had some friends who did have part-time jobs when they were in college, but they were so extremely tired and just drained and didn't have any time. But we were able to gather up a bunch of people and do like random fun things. We'd have tons of movie nights. We'd have what was called a girls' night, where we get all the girls together and we bake cookies and watch like really girly movies and all that kind of stuff. And then we had one time where we had this big old game of hide and go seek, and we just recruited random people. We had a big old water balloon fight one time. We were just knocking on people's dorm rooms and like throwing water balloons at them. Don't do that because you may get in trouble. But yeah, and you don't have to spend a lot of money to have fun. You can just get a bunch of people together in a room and eat cake and play cards and dominoes, and it goes a great time. Last but not least, which should be the first one on my list, but I saved it for last because, you know, sometimes we get a little out of hand, study. And that's kind of like, well, duh, Keisha, of course we're going to study. We're in college. But honestly, it was very difficult for me to, not difficult for me to study, but I had to really be disciplined as far as like being proactive, as far as studying, going to the library, because like I said, mom's not going to be there. A lot of your friends, they may have different schedules or classes than you. So you really have to take responsibility and prioritize not only like having fun and really enjoying this new experience, but really just focusing on the main reason why you're there. You're there to get an education, you're there to better yourself. And like I said before, a lot of the teachers, they don't care if you don't do your work, because at the end of the day, all they have to do is just mark an F on your paper because they're still getting a paycheck, if you know what I mean. But with that being said, you are going to have some teachers who are going to encourage you, but like I said, they're not going to hold your hand and be like, hey, let's do, you know, the classwork together. With that being said, that is the end of this video. I hope you guys have a great first day of school. I wish you guys nothing but success and blessings. Let me know if you have any comments, questions, or concerns. I can't really be there with you physically, but I can be with you on the YouTube. So if you have any questions or comments, or you're scared, or you want advice, or whatever, you want more info on my college experience or whatever, you can leave them below. You can hit me up on my social media. You can email me. You can do whatever you want. You can send me a message on Google. Like, I'm here for you. So, yeah. Until next time, guys. Have a great first day. Bye.